The best Murphy plush ever.
Brute force labor.
This is where it explodes. It'll be amazing.
Have we paid any bills today?
Okay. Oh, Dean. Look how good this bacon looks. Well, now we just hope it's the right size. Today, we're working on the stand and the tank, the 230 gallon. Dean, at the moment, is cutting. The floor is the most unlevel at this spot, of course. This is a custom-made Murphy that's, I don't know if it's hand done, maybe with a sewing machine, but the best Murphy plush ever. Thank you for this. It really means a lot. That's gonna go on my memorabilia kind of shelf over here. I know it's a mess. It's gonna join the herd up here. So can always keep watch. Next to the one Jimmy got me, and yeah. I had to get all the substrate out. So this was crushed coral mixed with a year of Ladybird's clam shells. Now I gotta get all of it out so that we can put a background on the back, which we'll show you that process. There's the man himself finally. Yeah, he's doing all the technical carpenter work. I do all the, let me get a vacuum and get all this gunk out. And we also have to drill this tank. This tank's never been drilled. This is, you're looking at the top of it right now. Never been drilled before, so we got to drill so we can do auto water change. See if we can get Dean swearing on camera. Dean has to hurt himself to swear. Otherwise,
Right.
he's good. But yes, it's lots of shimming going on.
I think it's pretty good. Up and down. You know.
What do you charge that people fly out and test the stand by you standing on it?
A plane ticket and a couple really good meals.
You're gonna get people to take you up on that.
Yeah, we'll see.
It took a lot of vacuuming. I still gotta clean it now. So most of the gravel's out, but now it's cleaning.
I would not clean it until we drill it, because you're gonna have to clean the fuzz out anyway.
Yeah, we gotta drill it next. That's true.
Brute force labor.
That looks too tight. Like we can't do it yet. We'd have to pull it out.
It can come down below the sink,
Yeah.
and they will fit in this space.
Okay.
Put a little bit extra on just to make sure. Okay, let's go for it.
You let me know when to push hard.
Push hard. Okay, we're in.
Okay. This is why typically we always work on drains first, so you don't have to do all this crazy going around stuff. But this is the last tank to go in. Always start with drains first in your fish room.
Yep.
Yep, you're stuck.
I'm just taking a nap here.
I'd give you a hand, except I have both hands on the camera. Sorry.
That's fine.
Got the hatcher set up today. I just got to get the turtle egg in there. Brine from Hatchery is cooking full speed. But look at this, Dean's contraption to hang these. The reason why I hung it here, it doesn't make any sense until you go,
Like that.
oh, wait a second, you can fill it and you could drain it and just run water through it, and
Exactly.
plus I can really clean it, but it works out really well, and I can put 3 or 4 of them there. So all right, now we got to drill, right? So we're on to next.
Well, you can drill. I'll still work on this.
Gonna grab, there you go. Well, we made a hole. Well, now we just hope it's the right size. So yeah, right there, 1/2 inch thick, still pretty warm, not a bad hole. Acrylic's super easy to drill in comparison to glass, so. And I've only used that thing about 1,000 times, so you don't have to replace it all the time like you do with glass. So we've cut and washed a background, so that's drying with a fan, and while we're waiting for it to dry, we are running this ice maker tubing, or RO tubing.
This stuff.
Yeah.
And we only bought it in black. Why?
So it hides.
Because it's not going to show anyway.
Gonna come down here. This has to go behind that gray clip every time there's a gray clip. So we run it through. There we go. All right, I'm setting the camera down because it's getting ridiculous trying to do this one-handed. Time to get wet.
I don't think it'll be a whole lot.
This is where it explodes. It'll be amazing.
Whoa, there's no water.
I wonder if it's because of the highest one?
Maybe.
Oh, there you go.
Does that mean we're gonna have to purge every one of these
I
again?
really hope not, because that was a real pain. Now we gotta install another valve. I bought myself a pair of scissors, but I bought a metal bar so that they can just be on the side of the fridge here, because I always lose them.
I think this is solenoid number 9, is it not?
Yeah. I'll have to show it, but now you have this system at your house now, right?
Yes, very similar. Not exactly, but very similar.
The humming you hear, the slight hum, is from the air pumps that are doing really well. Scissors?
Yep.
There you are. That's right, I handed them blade first.
They're gonna cut themselves, make them cut themselves good. Yep, it's in there.
Yep. I'll go put that line in the drain and then we can try purging. And it's gonna go in the drain that we plumbed. Bacon's here. Wait, is it good?
I think it's your kind of good.
Oh my god, it's so good. You gotta have this bacon, Dean. Maple bacon. Bob Steamfop found it. It's amazing. I'm gonna hit start. Oh yeah, the shutoffs. Are you gonna purge it first? There we go.
Is water running?
Oh yeah. But it's gold. It's good. Look how good this bacon looks. I can feel it. Not. I don't see it though. So good. The wife to the rescue. I haven't eaten since 9 a.m. and it's after 5 p.m. right now. The maple is so good. It's ridiculous. This is my favorite bacon. It's like candy or something, right?
That's really good. Is this my plate? 'Cause
Yeah,
where's yours?
we have to split that, unfortunately.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm. We get it from Fred Meyer's. Bob got it there. Took it to our camp out when we do our camp outs. And then we tried a bunch of different other places. They all sucked. This one is the best.
This one's really good.
Yeah. But the test fit looks like, I mean, it'll be good enough. Like you see how it's a little bit, just a little bit. But I think it's that bubble right by your elbow. I think that's part of it.
We'll hold it tight to the top, and then I'll run a bead of silicone because that's going to be covered by gravel, right?
You know what would be great? If Universal Rocks, who charges us $1 billion for all this stuff, would just cut straight edges
Cut
instead
them
of us
straight,
making.
Instead of us having to make them
Yeah.
out.
So we already washed this. We dried it. Now we're getting ready to put it in. You guys can guess. What are we setting this tank up for? Like, yes, there will be an ellipse for an eel
I
and a
know.
ghost knife.
I know.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Congo tetras.
Yeah. Well, we could put some Congo tetras with it.
Good.
You guys got to think what's going in this 230-gallon aquarium. It's one thing that goes with those fish. So just one. What's the one showpiece that'll be in here? So you guys can figure that out. I'm going to get the silicone gun ready, and then I'll film while
And it's
Dean...
never been in Cory's fish room before.
I've never had one either, yeah. Nor have you.
Nor have I.
Yeah.
Speaking of silicone,
Yeah.
have we paid any bills today? We haven't.
All right. I thought you were going to do a
Okay.
commercial about silicone.
We're not paying any bills today because I can't find anything within reach.
All
So
right.
we're going to glue this plastic background, which I think is kind of a latex plastic,
Uh-huh.
onto acrylic. And on a whim one day, I found this silicone, GE silicone for plastic sheets, etc., etc. GE,
silicone for plastic sheets, etc., etc.
it says it's 100% silicone, so there's no additives, so it's very similar to silicone 1, but it has a little bit different consistency because I was in the process of gluing in plastic strips to hold Matten filters in place. Regular silicone will not stick to the acrylic. This happens to stick really well.
I'll stop people right there because people are going to say, it does stick. It sticks until you're like 3 weeks into it and it releases again.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It doesn't hold very, very long.
So this stuff, I've been using it for about 3-4 years now, and I've never had one joint come undone. Have we ever put one of these in on camera before?
Probably? I don't know. We've done so many. I feel like we had to.
We must have at one point. Sorry, I littered on your floor.
You have to cut away from you, Dean. Away, not towards.
No, you always cut towards your thumb because if you miss, you cut your thumb, and then you know next time. not
Oh,
to do
okay. Get yourself a good gun too. That thing was
That's
probably
the
like
other- I was
25 bucks
just
on
gonna
Amazon.
Say that.
It's 25 bucks, but man, it is way better than like a $5 one from Home Depot.
There is something about having a good gun.
Well, the one time I used yours, I was like, wait, this crappy one I own is nothing like this. And I instantly bought one.
When I'm doing this, I run a bead around the outside and then I put piles on the inside.
You just want to make sure it never comes undone. And,
Right.
And Dean likes to be a perfectionist, so he puts one blue screw and stuff.
There's a reason for that.
Oh, yeah?
I can't remember what it was.
I can't imagine a real reason other than you ran out of screws.
I hate that blue screw now.
I'm going to make Dean merch that this says, it's a picture of a blue screw or something.
I'm taking it out tonight.
I doubt that. So we didn't have to clean the bottom or the sides because we're only gluing the back. The back does have to be clean to get a good bond between the silicone.
Who was in this tank before?
Ladybird. This is what Ladybird's tank in my living room, just no one ever saw it. We kind of got weird about showing people the inside of our house because as more and more people started sending letters like they're going to murder us, it kind of got a little more like, okay, yeah, maybe we don't show our home and other stuff like that. Like I showed you in the beginning of the video, I think, the super cool Murphy plushie that someone handmade. Did I show you that?
No,
yet,
not
Dean?
yet.
I'll grab it. That's super cool, but then you've got the other end of the spectrum that literally want to do harm to us or employees or my wife. Like you saw my wife, Katie, goes by Dorky Online, bring us some a bacon, right? Because she was like, I'm going to make bacon, and she said she was going to make some baked potatoes too, because that's what she was going to do. But there are people that think that I beat her and I won't let her be on camera, and then she's in an abusive situation, and they send pamphlets. They try to get stuff by me. Well, that makes it sound like I'm trying to hide it now, but like to the employees to get to my wife because they think I'm doing something weird. You would think they're like, oh, Dean or any of the other like 20 people I work with that come to the studio in my house regularly would notice like, hey, something's up. That's not the case. Some people, maybe they were abused and they think they've seen something and they want to, help someone in need. And so, there is, yeah.
Well, she has a life too.
Yeah, she does have a life. Shocking. She likes to garden, she's got the stuff she's doing. She works at the co-op now. Her job at the co-op now is, as we've grown, so she still helps resupply warehouse and store with, like drinks and all that kind of stuff. Might have been. Grab a different one then. Oh, if it's still good, use it. She does that, and then she helps now with relocations. This is now the second employee she's helped relocate out of state to here. And so she'll go and do virtual tours of places they want to rent. She also does every other random task.
Right.
Like, oh, Cory's super busy. We need to get that done. She'll go and do that, which doesn't get enough credit for, And instead of Dean and I running to get Popeye's chicken sandwiches or something, she made us bacon, so we can stay on task. When you unfold it, you don't want it to flop and put silicone anywhere else. And so while I could show you that, just know that you want to be able to just lay it down, get it flat, and then weight it down. Well, I'll show you the weighting down part. Fast forward 30 seconds later, we still have bowing on this end.
A little bit of bowing, we'll take care of that.
Because what's that? Thank you, Universal Rocks, for shipping that rolled up, so it's incredibly hard to install. Thank you. And supposedly you can install these without even draining the tank, and yet that's never happened.
Yeah.
Luckily we have these extra cutting boards from the seats we were making at the end.
I'm pushing it out so I can smooth it.
Yeah, we're still going to do a bead around it probably.
Yeah.
That's looking better.
Like something.
If we put a bucket there, it'll go around the bulkhead.
No, it won't hold the top down. But if we put a bag of sand.
Oh, there you go. When that busts loose and goes all over the floor, it's going to be awesome. Yeah, that's like the least optimal way. If I set the camera down, I could probably pour it in there.
Well, I thought of that too, but I could probably pour it in there.
Dean thinks he can do something instead of me putting down the camera.
I just do it!
Although, if you make a mess, that's my mess I have to clean up. There you go. Uh-oh.
No, don't worry. Even though it might seem kind of messy here, Cory doesn't really like messes.
I try to I cleaned it so many times,
I
but
know.
this was pretty clean in here until
until I get here.
No, until I had to get the last all my stuff out of the fish
Look,
room.
I missed.
Oh no, you have to eat it. Okay. Oh, Dean.
I was getting so good at it too.
You have to get the vacuum back out.
I really only need it in this area. Because I kind of want it to form that down, right?
Yep, right above the bulkhead. See, what you wouldn't know is on camera, this looks like it's all planned, but about 80% of what we do is thought up about 10 minutes right before we do it.
Right.
So now you can see he's getting it, when he pushes it down all the way, you can see it fills in the cracks, and that's what we got to do. Go all the way.
Without that popping back up. If that does pop back up, we're going to have to silicone it.
You got to put more silicone on top and then put that thing down on top of it
Yeah.
without gluing the bag to it.
We're still struggling there.
We are struggling.
I'm just making a mess now of the silicone.
So you back the trigger, like the pressure part on the gun back so it doesn't keep pushing it out while you're working. That's just a little trick that Dean taught me. By the way, I always get when like construction people are like, hey, I already knew that. Like, yes, but 90% of people haven't done this before or worked with silicone before, so those little tips mean a lot. So you can see there where that part bunched up a little bit, he's now sealed it off with silicone. So even though it's bunched up, it'll stay there well. It's kind of funny, you teach me how to do stuff, and then I teach Robert, except I never filmed that, so people probably just assume you do everything. But I gave this exact tutorial to do a 55, because I want Robert to start like doing all the tanks in the store over a period of time.
Oh, the backgrounds?
Yeah, because we're going to replace the tanks over time.
Right.
And then if we're going to replace the tank, let's put a background in it and make it look good.
Right.
I mean, black or whatever color looks fine too, but I think this looks just that little bit better. It's the Jimmy B-roll shot in real time.
We just need some music.
That's right.
Speaking of music, I was thinking of that the other day.
What were you thinking about?
We're riding in the hot, sunny car in Peru,
Oh, we were singing.
and your song came on. So if you haven't seen that video,
Watch the Peru videos.
you gotta go
You'll
watch
see the
them. There's a whole
karaoke.
series of Peru videos. You already told them that gravel's going to cover most of this, right?
Now we have to make the little pads to not scratch the front of the tank.
I'm also using a little stick in there that is going to help even out the whole weight distribution, the whole length here.
Mm-hmm. It's doing pretty good.
I think there'll be enough.
Nice. Didn't we have a long discussion one time about how much silicone gets wasted, like 80% of every tube?
I think it's,
Because you always put it on and you gotta wipe it off.
yeah.
We were also talking about PVC glue on how they always make the swab thing too short. There you go.
I think that'll do it, huh? I said good.
Now we let it sit for probably at least 48 hours. Is it ping pong time?
Yeah. Unless there's other things we have to do. Only thing we didn't get is air.
We gotta do air. We still gotta hook up a canister filter and lighting and air. Yeah. Because then, once we get the building done, I can put away all of these building materials, all these screws, all this.
Exactly. Give them a view of the ponds. The ponds are doing good. Temperature's doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Fish are starting to breed. I think that one in front of you has a whole bunch of fry in it.
Yeah, there's babies in the
And they
Vienna
weren't here last
guppies
time I was here.
and the red shrimps. Yeah, every tank that's got a feeder on it, it's got fish. I realize this one doesn't have, but they won't dispense out like algae wafers or anything like that. So there's like 36 of the 55 that have nothing in them so far. We could like drive down to Oregon and hit all the stores in between.
Yeah.
If I was a madman, we could drive all the way to California and back. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed a day. This is what a day with Dean and I looks like. All
And
this
that
work
was-
and we get a project
that was,
done.
1 hour today in the fish room.
That's right. We're gonna speed it up 10x. What you saw in this video right now was 7 hours of work basically for us.
Right.
So 7 hours, 2 people, boiled down to get one tank kind of online, but full auto water change. We don't have the area yet, but it'll be a fully automated tank.
Background, all of that. Yep.
Yeah. So, and that's with having all the parts ready. We luckily didn't have to do a part run today.
And maple bacon.
The maple bacon saved our bacon.
That did. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye-bye. If you really like what we're doing, consider becoming a member. Hit that join button on YouTube. It's right by the subscribe button. It's $5 depending on where you're at in the world or if you're using an iPhone or not an iPhone. But you get extra videos, you get longer cuts of videos, you get community only posts, you get other extra perks. There's more perks always releasing all the time. and it's just kind of a cool group of people to be involved with. So if that sounds like it's good for you, hit that join button and give it a try. You know, it's $5 for the first month. If you hate it, ditch it. If you love it, well, we'll see you around.